The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Monday morning sports report brought to you by Tough Man Refresh.
Oh, how'd you go on your tips?
Oh, I am spewing. I was sitting there, I came in hot to the game yesterday. Actually, in fairness, into Saturday night's game, I was very confident in the Sea Eagles getting the win over the Cowboys. And once they started polling on the tries, I thought, I'm 8 from 8 here, because I was 6 from 6 going into that game.
Right.
Really?
And I thought there is no, short of some, I don't know what would have to happen for the Eels to beat the Storm. They were going for 23 consecutive round one victories under Craig Bellamy, which is incredible on its own. But I was going in 7 from 7, absolute sure thing, Melbourne Storm. And for whatever reason, I think I went to have a look at my AFL tips because I'm in the work comp here, and I thought, I didn't actually put my tips in, and I accidentally clicked the NRL tipping app, and I thought I'll just go in and have a look at that, just gloat at myself, 7 from 7. No, what I had done was not corrected. When the Dolphins game was moved to Sydney. I tipped the Dolphins when they were playing at Suncorp, but when the game shifted to Sydney, in my family comp, when I texted that through on Thursday or Friday, I sent that off to my cousin and said I want the Rabbits. So I've got 8 from 8 there, but I'm 7 from 8 in the actual competition we're running, and I am filthy because that's the one that we get to gloat about, and I'm 7 from 7.
Well, I was the same. I ended up with Redcliffe in that game too.
So what'd you get?
You know what? I got 6 because the week before I took the Warriors over Canberra.
I thought the Cowboys.
Did you?
Might be the last time I tipped them again this year.
God, they look bad, man. I know it's only round one, but there's a couple of teams that just looked really bad. They were one of them. Parramatta was another.
Bad. They did.
I mean, I lost interest in that Melbourne Storm Parramatta match. It was just like...
I got dangerously close to actually predicting the score in that one because I got to, 46-6 at halftime. And I'm texting with Tom, who used to work here, and he said, could this be 100-6? And he said, they haven't even had that much more ball. It was 58-42% in the Storm's favour. I said, at the moment, it's 46-6 now. It could be one of those weird games that ends up only 56-10. Both teams only score one more time. It ended up 56-18. So they scored twice more, the Eels. But I thought
they won the second half, didn't they?
Yeah, which that was almost a bet that I went to put a punt on. I thought, I'll just have a look at a couple of the markets, but I'm like, aside from anytime try scorers, which would have had to have gone for like 3 or 4 to make it interesting, considering how many I thought they were going to win by the Storm. There was one that said which team wins each half, and I thought, Melbourne are going to win both halves. What are they even talking about? But that would have actually been worth some coin there if Melbourne would have won the first, but the Eels win the second. But they were almost helping. There was 2 or 3 tries there that the Eels actually played an assist when they were trying to save it, ended up making the try look all the more magical. The very first try, Pappenhausen, when he threw the ball to the centre or the winger on the outside, and the Eels player has knocked it down, and Pappenhausen just picked it up off the bounce and put it down. And then later again, when they were passing it back into Pap, and it wasn't going to, or was it whoever it was, and they passed it back in, the Eels player got a hand to it to knock it forward. Munster, was it? And then
that's right.
They scored there like it was just... And then, Xavier Coates with his 2 tries were incredible, especially that first one. The perfect kick from 12 metres out from Munster to Xavier in the corner. Like, they just... It was kind of bad to watch. Like, I felt sorry for the Eels there for a while.
Process of elimination, I know it's round 1, but can you put a line for the 8 through Parramatta, North Queensland, and the Roosters? I can't see any of those 3 making the 8.
I saw one stat the other day that said the last time the Roosters copped a 50-point hiding in round 1, they might be the last team to actually cop 50 points in the opening round. It was the Roosters back in 2009. They went on to take the spoon. So not good history for them to try and avoid.
And the premiership, and the premiership betting beyond those 3 teams. Did someone say the Titans?
There's like 4 teams down the bottom.
The Titans are at 51. They're at 51.
So no one rates them.
No.
Nobody rates the Titans, but they haven't played a game yet. Because
exactly.
They had the bye over the weekend. Do you know who I think is in trouble this week, potentially, is Redcliffe, just because of the fact that I was reading, first of all, they had 3 players that missed the game on the weekend because they stayed at home for the cyclone. But then the team was expected to play in that match. Who'd they take on again? They lost...
to the Rabbitohs on Friday.
Yeah, the Rabbitohs on Friday. Not a bad game, but they went down.
16-14.
They were due to fly out like first thing on the Saturday morning.
Nightmare.
The flight got cancelled. They had to go back to their hotel at Homebush. Then they came back in the afternoon. Then they flew, but they flew to Toowoomba. Then they hopped on a bus. It was like a nightmare trip home.
I don't know what time they got home. It was something crazy.
Well, yeah, it was like 16 hours after they initially were supposed to get there, or
And
something
are
like
they
that.
playing Thursday?
Yeah.
They're playing Thursday night, but they also can't train out at KO because it's flooded.
So they're going to have to make an early trip down to Newcastle just to get some training sessions in. So,
So
all they've
disrupt
done
the
between
week.
2 games is just travel. Oh God, that's
That's a big
know, so-
ask, isn't it? So they can't even train today.
I think the Lions were going to have to do the same thing heading into what is now their first game of the season, which isn't until Saturday, taking on the Swans. But
Yeah.
I heard Fagan saying
Big
last
game.
week they're going to have to just go down to Sydney early to get some training in because they're not
Yeah.
sure when they're going to be able to get in the paddock. So
Yeah, good point.
it's a good bet, Ash, because at the moment the betting's actually not too bad for that Newcastle
No.
game. They're $1.64 favourites. Dolphins $2.26. So it's not paying much, but that's gonna shorten in shortly by tomorrow, if not Thursday.
I'm just going to keep eliminating teams from that 8 until we get down to 8 and then having a bet. Titans Bulldogs at Belmore is this Sunday. I mean, that's going to be a real test for them. We'll see what the Titans have got.
The Titans didn't look bad, Lutzy. Like,
No, that's what I'm thinking.
I went out to KO and I watched them play. So who'd they play? They played Redcliffe, I think. Yeah, because and then I saw Canterbury and the Broncos play as well. And the Titans didn't look bad. They've got a pretty ferocious forward pack.
Yeah.
What's their prop? Is Tino playing prop?
He's back. Yep, he's prop.
Tino, Mo Fodawaker, Verrills at hooker. They've got Fafita in the team, that Bo Femur. I'm forgetting somebody else there, but they've got a really good forward pack. And then they've got some guns out wide, like, guys like Keanu Keeney and Preston Campbell. Like, if they're on, they're lethal, those guys. They're match winners.
Yeah, I want to see what they can do against the Doggies.
Jojo Fafita.
Geez, the Titans, I'm just looking here. The last 5 games were losses, at least, last year.
Yeah, they were just truly
Abysmal.
shit last year.
That's the word.
That's a technical term.
God almighty.
But yeah, I wonder in the Lions, just going back to the AFL for a second, like I wonder what they did training wise, like whether they got them inside and just flogged the hell out of them and, made them run and sweat because they're down 1 game match fitness wise. I wonder if they gave them a good hit out.
Surely, right?
They must have, just flogged the hell out of them.
Yeah, where can they do that in Brisbane? When do you have an indoor session in Brisbane, though?
Oh, they've got that huge facility out there.
Yeah,
don't
they must have something. There's something there they can do it.
I'm sure we'll speak to Lockie this week.
Yeah, we'll have to.
And then
Anything else? Anything else happening, Mitch? What else you got?
I'm
Taking up the back page.
Yeah, you know what? Just for people in Queensland, worth mentioning that the this Thursday the Queensland State Athletics titles start, and that goes through to Sunday. But Gout should be competing, I think, Friday and Saturday. If he'll
Really?
probably run the 100 and the 200. That'll draw some. Hopefully, the weather is clearer by then. And
Like,
that'll draw
is
some crowds.
he like $1 favourite for that, Lutzy? If they punt on that, is that how clear of the
state
field he is?
titles?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like he's a lay down Mazare.
Well, I mean, in the 100, maybe not. I mean, 200, you'd say definitely. I mean, you got Lockie Kennedy. I presume he ran 10.0. What did he run? 10.03 or something the other day? No, yeah, that'd be a pretty tight race actually. The 100 metres if Lockie's racing, so that'll be pretty good. The 200, you'd have to say Gout would be as the national record holder would be $1 favourite. Yes.
Is he a better 200? Is he?
Well, yeah, but having said that, he's run a wind-assisted 10.03 or something as well. So he can run 100 if he gets his start firing. He could do anything. But I'd say that wind-up now in the 200 certainly is beneficial to him. And then he's come out and I think he ran a 46 low 400 metres as well. So they're saying he could be an absolute gun 400 metre runner now.
You know what they should do just for the gimmick of it is next time there's a cyclone, like it was blowing so hard southerly the other day.
Just get him out on the track.
Get him on the track.
Runaway Bay.
Get him on the track at Runaway Bay and see what he does for the 100 with like a 90-kilometre wind up his arse. Like,
imagine that.
What would he do? What do you reckon he'd do? He'd go 8? Could he go 8 seconds?
Potentially go 8 seconds. Yeah,
I mean, the video would go viral.
They'd have to put some sort of netting, like for him to stop.
It is
Literally.
a dead set wonder no one's done that before. Like, imagine if Noah Lyles came out and did that. Go, okay, it's a 100-kilometre-an-hour wind, but here's Noah Lyles running the 100.
What is the
first ever 8-second 100?
Because I don't think anyone's ever run a wind-assisted time faster than Usain Bolt's world record. Tyson Gay ran a time of 9.68 with the help of a 4.1 metres per second tailwind. So that's double the legal limit. That mark was surpassed when Usain Bolt set the current world record, 9.58, with a 0.9 tailwind. So that's like a legal wind is 2.0 metres per second or less. So when Usain Bolt ran 9.58, he had a 0.9 tailwind, which is like a fairly calm day. He didn't have a wind up his date. Like he didn't use a 2.0.
Does that mean, just so I know, does that mean, say if I'm holding a leaf and I let the leaf go, that it would travel like 1 metre per second? Is that how you
I guess
you do
so,
that?
yeah. I don't know. In theory, I think, whatever. But yeah, something like that.
Oh, imagine, like, in the middle of that gale on the weekend, if you let a leaf go, like, it'd be like a 15 metre per second wind advantage.
How nuts is that? Yeah.
Oh, that's on this weekend.
Yeah. So Thursday that starts. I think Gout's running Friday and Saturday. If you want to head out to the Cusack and check that out, it'll be worth. I'll be a big crowd out there to watch him.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.